Hi guys, let's start a new project which will be REG AI agent. So REG is basically the retrieval augmented generations. So what's REG works and what did REG AI agent help us on our AI based project developments. So REG basically this is REG basically a LLM systems, LLM model that is trained using lots of datasets, but we want to train our LLM model based on one particular specific dataset that will help us on our next works. So let's say I have a project which is web applications or like something's applications based on e-commerce site, my e-commerce site. So I have lots of data. So I want to train a LLM model that will help me on particular this e-commerce system. So every of my employee will be can get access on that model, and that model will be trained using only my own datasets. So it will be learn all things like uh, my my uh, what's it, my website or my stock on my like let's say stock on my uh, uh, room. So I can what's like let's say I am selling some phones, so I have how many stock in my phone for phones on iPhones. So those kind of things will be model will be learned day by day. We need to just upload those data sets on one particular file, and model will be trained exactly when we need. So model will be trained from that particular folder, and it will be trained every moment. So when we'll ask something, it will give us answer from not train. That LLM model will give us an answer when we send that data sets on that folder. It will be answer give us something from that particular. So let's say I ask how many iPhone I have. So it will not answer from Google, or it will not answer from his particular previously trained datasets. So it will answer me that I have this stock in my this much of iPhone in my stock. Otherwise it might be answered that I don't know about things, can you give me some values, how many iPhones you have. So if we answer like let's say we have open AI, or like let's say ChatGPT. If we answer some things about uh, let's say tell me about Naushad Ruhani. So what will he answer? Mm, let's log in some things. These. So let's answer. Tell me about Rani. So what will answer? So is answering me something. Naushad Ruhani is something say pioneer, Bangladeshi composer, contractor, music. So he didn't know about anything. Naushad Ruhani. That Naushad Ruhani, what I am asking him. So he's giving me this answer based on the Google, but I want to take answer from this model that Naushad Ruhani, who am I? So let's say we have this particular process. So every LLM model we need to train using a vector dataset. So otherwise that model is not trained on based on that. So we are taking a node which is Google Drive trigger. So when we'll upload some datasets of a particular folder on Google Drive. So it will be take that datasets from that particular folder. So let's say what we did for this one. So let's say okay, over here. Okay, so this is the particular rag datasets folder I created on my drive. So you can see this is the drive. So I just uploaded one PDF file where it will I just give myself what I am doing and my background, what I am doing. I am LLM model and this blah 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 things. Those things I just sent a particular PDF folder about me. So that is particular, that model is not any model didn't know about myself. So I uploaded a datasets what is particularly basically what I am. Okay. So based on this one, I also after that we need another we need, let's go over here. So this is the Google Drive trigger where when we will upload basically a particular PDF datasets or datasets on that folder, it will trigger over here and fetch those tests, like fetch those datasets for us. So let's say RAM. So it's taking that file from over there, and it's getting full a file folder, and we can see that that takes that about fm.me PDF file for us. So if we goes over there, download that file. So this news will trigger that particular we have uploaded new datasets on that folder. It will trigger automatically, and over here that file will download it using this particular drive download node. So when we will execute this one, so it will download up for us that particular file. So this is basically the datasets. So this is the basically the main actual vector storage. So what we need, otherwise we can't execute these full functions for us, because this is the particular things we need. So we need a particular cloud systems that will store our these data sets for us. So we just need we get this Pioneer vector storage. So you will search over there, you will see this Pioneer vector storage. So and we also connected our embedded OpenAI model over here, and also we need a different data loader. So it will load our data sets and split those data sets on chunk by chunk. So like on like let's say about for dimensions on 512 dimensions, it will be take these 512 dimensions for us. So like say if we goes on the data sets, so let's say we have over here like let's say 600 dimensions. So it will take only 500 12 dimensions for us and save that on a vector on for us. So this is the basically over here. And also for this one, you need to if you just create a OpenAI account, it will give you a OpenAI credentials for free. And also for this model, where we find this model, but actually over here I need to explain before explaining these things. I think we can go that a particular Pioneer this PyCom vector store how we set up over there. So we need to go over there first. So let's say on Pioneer. So over here you need to create an account, and then you need to go over here datasets, and it will give you that these free datasets uses for you, but you can also update these ones. But right now I do not update anything, so I just create a datasets over here. So I'm just taking a small part of this one, so I show you that how I created my datasets. So let's say you need to create some things like your datasets name, and you need to select this one. Also you can select this one, but if you have a small datasets, you can select only this one. If you have a bigger datasets, you can select these ones. I have only small data sets, so that I selected these ones for my my data sets. Also, you can select the dimension based on your model. So if this is your model is small, you can select based on that your dimensions. I selected 512, but you can also select these ones. So if you select these ones, you also need to update your dimensions over your embedded model. So you also need to update it your dimensions. So if you have big data sets, you can select these ones, or if you have small data, so you can select these ones. So you don't need to update anything over here. You just need to create that one. It will be create on certain time. It will be create a data sets for you, but it will be empty data sets. So for us, this is for this project, I created this React data sets for us. So if we for those, so it's already set up for us. So we don't need to anything to do is so. Over here, I also selected that model. This is this model. But if you selected that large model, you need to select that large model also. But I took this small model, so it's automatically select that small model for me. And also over here, you don't need to, you just need to create, you just need to add your Pioneer account over here. So for how you added your Pioneer account over here, so if icon account over here, you need to get your API key over here. So how you get that API key? You have to go over here on these systems, and you need to create a API key over here using this, and you need to just create a name of for your API key, and it will give you that API key, and you just paste that API key. If it's successfully connected, you will show this connected successfully tested. These things will be show you that. Yeah. So after connected, you need to select your datasets over here. So you can select for my case, I selected this reg datasets. As I said, I already created that one. Okay. So after that, you need to create these. You need to add these file systems. So over here, you need to you need to just select those all things as I selected. And but for over here for metadata, you need to select file name, which will be this file name. It will take automatically. And for values, you need to select that downloaded files dot item json dot name. So it will be gets. But however, you can set for this from this JSON file also. So for executing these ones, right now I'm executing these ones. It will be get by datasets for my systems automatically. So it also executed successfully. You need to just publish these ones for let's say I created a versions. So I just publish these ones on test. So it will it automatically on publish, so it's showing this. So after that, you need to select create another reg applications. Basically, this is the reg applications, full reg applications. Over here, you just created your all the systems, but this is the basically the reg applications where you just this is basically the your datasets uploaded part, but this is basically your full reg applications. So let's take about over here where what we did over here. So you need to create a chat. When you chat with your agent, it will take that data that Python vector datasets embedded systems for your model, and your model will be trained using based on that ones. So how I created these parts, I already explained on my channel. You can go through on those other videos. I am not going for those ones. So but tools, you need to just select as I selected over here. So over here, so you need to just select those things over here, so it will automatically work. And also for these ones, you need to select these dimensions also. So let's say let's go on chat. Let's say tell me about honey. So let's see, the model is running, this workflow is running. Let's say how my model is trained based on my data sets. Great. So this model already know about actual notions who I am. So he's not ever myself. So he's giving me this notion Ruhani is a software engineer, and also giving me where I work. I work with Finland, Australia, and Bangladesh, UK, and Bangladesh, and also that the past roles I was a simulation engineer in Huawei, so other AI engineer in fintech and energy parts and all other things. What I did and what stack I am working over here. Uh, so, however, if I gaze on over there, you can also see this particular data sets is trained by using these particular data sets. So it's answering give me based on these particular data sets. So this is the basically the RAG applications works, and the like uh, particularly train using your own data sets is like this. So this is the a full flow of RAG AI agent. So you can use, and as it is published, so you can use, I can use these ones, and I can just drop my new data sets over there, and I can train that based on data sets one by one, and I can use these full RAG applications on my PBS other projects. That's all about today's. Thanks for watching. You can go through other videos on my channel and see those videos. Thank you. Let's see you on next project.